All right, next Glover gets into the next generation, like i.e. our youth, our children.
Mhm.
And if you don't have kids, well, there's kids everywhere. Now, I would like to break away from this a little bit because in activity 29, he wants you to think about how you can provide a healthy support system to young men, okay? While I think that's important, if you understand what we do with Momentum and Path to Purpose, the impact we make, which makes you stand out from every other man on the planet, okay? Then what's really cool about this is you're not limited to just the next generation. Here's why. Because we're going to hit the next generation with everything that we do. So I started trying to save sexless marriages. Then I was vulnerable and transparent with the world and talked about how I wanted to save toxic marriages because mine was. And that turned into disrupting divorce. So not just your marriage, but a cause, a movement disrupting divorce, which turned into making men like James want to make more men in a structured way, which we worked a lot on together. And now we have like Dennis's Path to Purpose program.
Right.
We have a spiritual leadership program. We have a Art of Reflections program, which is really about shame and releasing that.
Yeah.
We have plans to get into, we have a dating reset.
Yes.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So we can be proactive before. So see, if we just focus on young boys like Glover wants here, what we miss is that this can all trickle down. Now, if you think about some of the things we talked about, quitting porn, losing the alcohol, I'm not saying those have to be programs, but they can be, and we probably could, right? But whatever we create now, as each of the Lords does more, then what happens is that all trickles down. So let's use the sobriety example, super easy, okay? So you quit drinking because you recognize you're violent when you drink. Okay, cool. You tell that to somebody, okay? Now, that's conversational piece. Wow, that's super cool that you did that, right? Oh, you're stupid. That's just the younger generation will hear those conversations.
Yeah.
Right. So now you're inspiring them. And we have plans now to get into prisons, young men's program anyway. You're creating an intimacy program right now.
Right.
We need to be prepared to have better conversations with our children because 8-year-olds are being shown porn and molested by, like 4-year-olds even.
By peers.
So I would challenge breaking free activity 29, although great at the time. I would challenge you to think bigger. What is it that interests you? How could you think about doing more as you get better at adding and subtracting? And again, we walk you through this in our program. But in the meantime, you can use this and think about the impact. Everything that you do to make an impact today will affect the younger generation.
That's right.
As long as it's a positive impact, we're winning. Okay.
And we're also working on that program too.
We are. Yeah.